I'm not fast enough on a console to be effective at it. So I do a lot of like, hey, bad guy, you know.
All right. So the holiday edition of the Bite Me podcast.
Yes.
Season 1, episode 6.
Episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Right before Christmas for everyone else. Right before Adam goes on Christmas.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, it's gonna, this will be up
Christmas.
the day before, or like 2 days before Christmas.
Ugh, I can't believe that it's Christmas already.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrifying to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I'm flying to Missouri.
Ugh, I'm flying to Utah.
Ooh.
I know, right?
God, who wins that one?
No one.
Me.
Dylan, who's staying in Washington. Ever we lose, Dylan wins.
Yeah.
But the difference is you're flying out, what, tomorrow?
I fly out, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't fly out until Thursday. So I only have to be in Utah for like 4 days.
I'm in Missouri for 6.
Ooh.
Missouri for 6 or Utah for 4? What's worse?
Utah or Missouri for 6.
I don't know.
It's pretty cold there, right?
Yeah, well, so today it's like 19,
Oh.
but tomorrow it's going to be like 40.
No, yeah.
So
Utah's out, like, because it's been so cold here, it's actually about the same.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean, it'll be fun. I get to see my nieces and nephews, and I got them like the Kiwi crate and the Loot crate kind of setup thing. So that'll be fun.
I do have a new niece that I've never seen, so that'll be exciting.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Sweet.
Should we
I'm
talk
just
about-
making my like twice yearly pilgrimage to my nieces and nephew. Don't forget who I am.
That's really nice.
I know.
Right?
That's really, I get to see my dad and my brothers. Whoop-dee. I get to see my nieces and nephews so they don't forget about me. That's what I care about.
You want to be the cool uncle?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good. See, and that's the nice thing for me is I only have one brother, so I'm the only uncle. So I guess his wife probably has siblings, but whatever. I'm the only uncle that counts. I'm the cool uncle, right?
We'll go with that.
Right. Yeah.
Sweet.
Anyway, should we talk about what we've been playing?
Yes.
Adam?
Me. I have been playing this really awesome game called Amazon Prime. I'm doing my last minute Christmas shopping.
I'm real good at it.
I don't know if I'm good at it.
It's all about clicks per minute.
Pretty much.
Is the achievements when the boxes show up on your door?
Exactly. Yeah. So there's like legit physical real life trophies that you can get. So I've been playing that a lot. And as I get ready for my vacation, I was like, here's a great idea. I've got 10 extra minutes. I'm going to check out Skyrim with that 10 minutes.
But isn't it great?
Yeah, so after the 42
10
minutes...
is probably not enough to...
No. After I spent 42 minutes...
Your character?
Yeah, like 42 minutes customizing my character, making sure that he looked exactly how I wanted.
Does he look just like you?
No. I would never voluntarily make something look like me. That's not how I roll.
Make an orc.
What's that?
So you didn't make an orc.
No.
Oh. Burn.
He's got jokes today. Okay.
Fully loaded.
Oh, he's drunk at work too. Sweet.
No, I'm not.
So I've checked out Skyrim. I've never played anything like that before, so it's interesting. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if if everything starts out the same for everybody.
You start out as a prisoner and
Yeah. Okay. Start as a prisoner, a dragon attacks, and then you would make your way out.
No, you Hodu Ra or something.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
I think I've literally spent about 2 hours into it, and I'm finally through the training and out.
I'll be honest, I
world.
played 140 hours of that game, and I'm not exactly sure what the plot is. There's some wars and some racism.
Some wars, some
and
political
some dragons.
stuff, and dragons, yeah. So I played that, and that's fun. And I also have been stealing Kevin's phone to play Mario Run.
Nice. So we'll talk about that a little bit later because I think we all have opinions. Good.
So
Skyrim?
that's what I've, yeah. And Amazon Prime.
And Amazon Prime, like, I knew I was winning that when 8 o'clock in the morning yesterday, like, everyone in my house except me is asleep and they rang my doorbell. Maybe I'm losing Amazon Prime. I'm not sure, but
yeah, it's if they're making it with your packages to your home, you
win. Yeah.
I've spent a little time playing Super Mario Run, but we'll get into that later. But I started playing Super Mario Maker.
That is a rabbit hole.
It is great, and I didn't get to play it a lot, but I didn't think it would be something that I would actually spend a lot of time creating. But I think I'm going to because it seems so easy.
Are you playing on the 3DS or the Wii U?
Wii U.
Okay.
And it's so fun to play those real short Mario levels that, like, you do things that you never would have done in a normal conventional Mario course. And you got like giant Goombas, and you might get a mushroom that turns you into a Goomba or a Bowser. And so that's cool. Just, I don't know, playing as other characters that act a little differently or run kind of funny and play like challenges and
Have you
swim
seen
through an ocean of Goombas, which was real weird. Real weird.
Have you seen like the user created like speed run levels
Oh, yeah.
or the ones where you only have to jump once and it just kind of takes you through the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like those are
There's some really cool stuff. My
People are
kid
really
has
creative.
even made some really fun ones where either he'll say, "Dad, try this," and I'll try it, and there's absolutely no way to beat the level, which is always really fun.
And he just laughs at you.
Yeah, and then he just laughs at me. Or
I got you.
You know, he's 9. He's created some really decent levels that are a lot of fun to play. So I think it's really accessible.
Yeah, I think that's the cool thing about it, how easy I think anyone can create a fun level on that game. And real easy, like it's so easy with the touchpad and stylus, just dragging the things and placing them in. So that's fun. I guess I found something out about myself though that it's kind of a fun fact. Whenever I go back to playing Mario, I forget that there's a button that makes you run faster.
Oh, see, I always remember that button, and I think that button works in every video game I play.
Yeah.
So I'm always holding that extra button down, thinking I'm going to run faster.
For no reason. Yeah, so I actually think I beat one of the Mario games recently.
Without running?
Without running. And it makes
Like,
it
man,
so
these pits
much
are so
harder.
hard to jump across.
But you can still do it. But
it's almost
real
as if there's
hard.
something that should make me jump further.
Yeah.
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 And I
Like I
always,
could get a run on this jump.
I don't know why I've played so much Mario and I've never, like, I have that aha moment every time I play a Mario game. And even like if I played it yesterday.
Except Super Mario Run, ironically.
Yeah. And that's, again, we're going to get into all this stuff later because the game has some pros and cons. And we'll take that on.
Perfect.
And I played stories a little bit more.
Nice.
As I mentioned, my hypothesis last week, that's kind of been confirmed. So when you play through one of the stories, which is about 4 choices, an ending happens and you die or whatever, but then the pages flip back and you go back in time and do the story again in a slightly altered universe or world that you were in. So you're kind of playing through the same maps. You go to the same locations and kind of do the same things, but depending on each choice you make, it has a different ending. But you can use all that information that you learned from whatever story you went through to make different judgments about the choices you make, and the endings will be nuanced and slightly different. So it's real cool.
Nice.
It's like the whole choose your own adventure where you're like, well, I didn't like that ending.
Yeah.
And then you flip back to where you made that really bad choice. You're like, I'm going to do the other.
Yeah.
If I only could do that in real life.
Yeah, I know.
Except it's really cool how they made that a part of the game and story as well, though.
Right.
Like somehow crafted that mechanic of actually physically flipping pages back and being like, I want a different ending, but that's like, no, you've actually experienced all those, and that's still part of the story.
That's very
so I think
cool.
that's
That's cool.
I think that's a lot of fun.
I'm
that
really interested to try
the
this.
game doesn't end when you complete a story, like it works that into the story, and then you go through and play another storyline.
That's cool.
And the world is still evolving around. So just play it. Just play it, and it's a good time. And it's
play it.
You could play through a story a night probably, and I think that's a really good way to. I mean, click on that game, play through one storyline in under an hour, and then keep doing that, and then get all 16 or 20 endings that it allows, and find the right one. Because I finished an ending, and it was like I successfully beated the bad guys. I beated them real bad.
You beat them, yes.
But the guy still wasn't satisfied or something.
Interesting.
And I can't
Is this
exactly.
on PC?
It's PS4.
PS4.
It was the free.
PS4.
It was the free game.
Oh, gotcha.
Was that
Last month.
Last month. But yeah, even you might complete one big objective, but there was still some part of the story that wasn't right. Like someone was like, "No, I told you so. Don't. Why did you do that?" And then the whole world's gonna die or whatever it is. So there's I almost got it. I almost got the right ending, but I didn't.
Quite.
So I don't know if there is one right ending or if there's 4 right endings. I don't know. I'm gonna try.
I tell you,
find
this
out,
is
though.
literally just the video game version of Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
I'm real interested by this.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, I recommend. Gets my stamp of approval.
Nice.
So,
The Dylan stamp of approval. We should get a stamp for that.
yeah.
Yes.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
It'll be on our e-store eventually.
T-shirts and Dylan stamp.
We're going to eventually.
Eventually.
We're gonna sell e-goods on the
E-goods.
e-commerce. We'll do all kinds of e-stuff.
Dylan just dropped back into 2000. I like
Right.
it. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's it.
I think that's it.
Nice. I had like video game ADD this week.
I was going to say, I saw your list of what you've been currently playing.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing one thing that I'm calling 30 minutes of. If you go to our
Yeah,
website,
I saw that.
yeah. So like the idea is I think 460 something Steam games now because
Jeez,
I
that
added
number
in.
has gone so
I know,
much
like-
higher in like a week.
Well, it's because I bought
week.
the it's called like Yorgles something. I don't know. It's a Humble Bundle pack for Christmas where you could pay $30 and you got like 40 games. I want to say you get one every day.
Oh, that's
the
neat.
entire month of December, and plus they gave you like an extra, I don't know, 8 or 10. So yeah, it's gone up a lot, and it's going to
shoveling
go up
games at you.
right, and it's going to go up another. I guess today's the 19th or so. So I've got another 12 left. So
Wow.
Thank somebody for like digital games,
right.
Because that would be like I want
Shelves
to
and
get
shelves
physical
and
Humble
shelves.
Bundles. I want to walk into a store and be like, I'll take the Humble Bundle. And they give me a crate. Like here, a bow on it.
Yes.
But I figured I have all these games. I should at least try all of them. So alphabetically, I'm going through them and trying to get just even an idea of whether it's a game I'd like to play more or not. And if I do, I'll probably keep playing it. And if not, it'll just kind of go back into the thing. And so I did 80 Days last week, and that was definitely a game I want to play more of, but I think I'll play it mobile. This week I did 8-Bit Boy, which is
I saw that.
literally all you could call it is a Super Mario clone. There's nothing that differentiates it from being Mario except that it's not good. It doesn't handle well. It
So
doesn't.
it's Super Mario Run.
Ooh, maybe.
Oh, rude.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah, no, it doesn't handle well. Like the jumping feels terrible. I died constantly just because of poor level design. Like you look at water and you're like, well, I'm taller than that water and I can clearly see the bottom. I can jump in that, right? No, water kills you, but for no reason. A lot of like they tried to be real like. You know how Mario has a lot of verticality, so you'll find a lot of hidden things in it.
Mm-hmm.
They try to do the same thing. Like you go up here, there's hidden things, and then you get to do it, and it would dead end. I'm like, well, this is dumb. Just bad level design. I didn't even make it to 30 minutes of it. I was just like, I'm done.
for
26, I'm
Yeah,
out.
I played like
Yeah.
26, and it was just like, I'm sick of dying. I'm sick of this.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, it had like this really bad plot. Like Mario needed a plot, and it's literally you're a like guy in his mid-30s that's sad and unemployed and remembering for the great old days when you were young and carefree and could just play video games all day. And you go to your basement, and you find your console, and like get warped into a video game. And there's literally
so it's
like
big.
it starts out with 3 or 4 screens that are just like walls of text that are telling you this like overbearing, music on top. And then they drop you into like a 3 or 4 screen tutorial on how to play platform games. It was like this person was just, whoever designed this has very little idea how to make a compelling video game and how to get someone into a video game. So there's a video of it if you really want to watch me die a lot.
Well, I saw I want to say I watched the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not
was
good.
good.
It's not good.
It's good. And it's like funny because Mario doesn't really have a plot. A dragon turtle kidnaps a girl.
Right?
Is he a dragon turtle?
I don't know.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm going
But it
with.
doesn't need a plot either. It's a platformer. Come on.
It's like you
Right.
bounce around and you
Right.
Yeah.
eat mushrooms.
Like they came up with the perfect plot for Mario. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's like the princess is always at the end.
Exactly.
It's-
right. On the other hand,
Go get her.
in the same kind of 30-minute series, I played 140 today, which we think is actually it's a rhythm platformer game.
Okay.
Also a video
It
of that.
looks
It's,
real
it's
cool.
super fun. I picked it picked it up the other day for 50 cents. I want to say. I played it at the ID at Xbox event right before PAX in the fall, and just it was real fun. It was normally $5, and I was like, I need to buy that, and just never got around to it. I saw it for 50 cents. I'm like, of course I'll pay 50 cents for a video game. Come on. And it's really fun, and the entire idea is that you are, super lo-fi graphics. You're a ball who it turns into a cube when you're at rest and turns into a triangle when you jump. So you can
Oh, yeah,
always
I watched
tell.
that.
Yeah, you can always tell what you're doing. And then you start at a level and there's just like a base beat to the level. And then as you collect these kind of sphere things, it adds different components to that beat. until you get to the end guy, and then you've almost got like a full kind of rhythmic song playing. But the entire level acts in concert to that beat too, so all the platforms move to that beat, and all the jumping puzzles will appear or disappear to that beat, and so you can time where you're supposed to jump to the beat of the level.
Okay.
I assume that beat is 140 beats.
And that's what we assume, is that it's 140 beats a second, or a minute, which is why it's called 140.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not musical enough to know that.
I'd have to get a metronome out, and
Yeah.
seems like a lot of
work. But it's really fun. I played the first, and as opposed to the other one, I actually played like 38 minutes of that this morning.
Made up for lost time.
Yeah, and I'll play it again tomorrow. And I think I'll easily beat it. It's real short. It's only 3 levels, but just really solid.
And that's on
everything right now.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can get it on the PC. It's on the PlayStation and the Xbox, and it's supposed to come out for the Vita and the DS.
Okay.
So, it's by a small group of developers that are actually people that left the folks who did Limbo. So a bunch of people that worked on that actually worked on Limbo as well. They also released a game recently called Thoth. That's like a twin stick shooter that's really fun. So
very cool.
Played Astroneers, which is an early access game that kind of like
I saw some video of that too.
Yeah, I've been real video heavy lately. Kind of like a cross between, I don't know, Minecraft and a space sim. So you literally jet off onto this world, and you start out with just like your landing thing, like the spaceship you land on, and then you collect minerals and parts and stuff to research throughout this really cool deformable world. Like you're only unlike a game like Minecraft where you have to make a pickaxe and then make a better pickaxe and then make a better pickaxe, you just have this weird vacuum thing, and you can vacuum up dirt and plants and ore and whatever, and it just makes it into whatever that is. And then you can also unvacuum spray, I guess. So you could like suck up a hole. Yeah, blow. You could like suck up a bunch of dirt and then blow it into a mountain, or suck up a bunch of dirt and make a bridge out of it, or make a house out of it, or, you know. And so you have all this ability to just deform the entire terrain however you want. But you're on a foreign planet too, so you don't have oxygen. So a lot about the game is managing power and oxygen. So your capsule gives you oxygen, but you have to be tethered to it physically. So you have to build.
That's what that little blue.
And so you have to either like get a bunch of oxygen and run somewhere else, and then come back before you lose oxygen, or actually tether out like a line behind you. So you'll explore way out into the distance by, you know, placing a line. It's really fun. I played it for probably
really cool.
2.5 hours this weekend. I played an 1.5 hour multiplayer with my kid, and it's really fun, but it is early access. Like we were about 1.5 hours in, our game crashed and we lost everything. You know, it's new, but real cool. And it's done by some local folks too. Right. So it real enjoyable. I think it's $20 on the Xbox, probably $20 on Steam. So recommend that. Doom, played a little bit more. Like I was saying, I think I'm done with Doom. It's really fun, and I understand why everyone liked it. It's frantic. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got really good level design, but I just don't think it's for me right now. I want. The pacing of it just never seems right to me. I get into it and I'm like, I should play Doom because I'm only gonna have it for another couple days because I'm taking it to my brother for Christmas. And I'm like, I want to play almost anything else but Doom. And so I don't know if it's just I'm not in the right place for Doom right now, and I want to play, 140 and Astroneer, or I don't know. I feel like I get in these big fights and I like get done. I'm like, oh, my heart's pounding and I'm so excited. And then I kind of wander around for a little while, lost, and then I hit another big fight. Like the pacing just never feels quite right to me. And when I'm doing the big fights, I never feel like I have enough. Like I've wasted all my shotgun ammo. I've wasted all my gun ammo. Now I'm pew-pewing them with my little pistol, and I just get bored. So
because I got into Doom when I saw Doom come out, I was like, oh, Doom, it's back, yay, cool. Even though I never really played it before, I just know that it's part of the pop culture thing. But I had gotten into doing the first-person shooter thing via Destiny, and I was like, yay, I'm going to play this, and it's going to be fun. And it is, but I was thinking because I liked Destiny, every first-person shooter game is like Destiny.
No.
And it's not.
That's like one of the first-person shooters I don't like.
Yeah, Destiny.
Really? I couldn't play it. It was unplayable to me.
Yeah, and I haven't tried it yet. I keep thinking I should.
For 20 minutes, and I was like, I just wasted money. And there it sits on my shelf.
You don't like it?
Mm.
Wow.
And I just hadn't gotten it because I heard it was mostly multiplayer, and I'm not a big multiplayer guy.
It's like it's an MMO first person shooter.
Yeah. But it's like an identity crisis in game form, and I don't like it.
And I've heard it. Did you play it at launch?
Yeah.
Because I've heard it's gotten so much
Oh,
better.
you've not played it since launch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gotten better.
Why shouldn't I have to wait till after a game's out to?
You
no, I
really
agree.
shouldn't, but man, that's like the kind of way games work these days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like people that buy games at launch are, I don't want to say at a disadvantage these days, but I mean, the number of games that have launched kind of bad and then gotten better just this year alone, I mean, are numbered. Like, there's a lot of them.
I picked The Division up. I was like, I'm going to buy The Division. And don't get me wrong, I loved The Division right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I really did. But it's only gotten better and better and better. And they've added so much to that. So I'm glad I actually bought that gold edition or whatever. So I got all the DLC. I got everything. And
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
That's a game I might have to pick up after the first year because I like the idea of it. I've never had anyone to play with, so I'll play with Adam. It'll be fun.
You can have teams of either 3 or 5 people, and
that's
I play
cool.
with my friends all the time.
And that's exactly the same reason I never got into Destiny either. Is Destiny looked real fun, and it is. I own it, and it was kind of cool to play, but you have to have people to play it with, and just never. I don't know. I not that I dislike multiplayer games. It's just it's hard to sync up. You know, I play Rocket League multiplayer, and that's really about it. And it's because I have a set time that I play every weekend. So, and then the final thing I played, it's numerous, was Burnout Paradise, which is the backwards compatible.
Love it.
Oh my God, that is. I've never played any of the Burnout games before, and I just drove around for a long time, 2.5 hours maybe. It's like Grand Theft Auto if they just took all of the Grand Theft out and just left the auto, and I adore it, and it looks terrific on the Xbox One. It's so fast, and the car handling's incredible. Like I always thought that's the downside of Grand Theft Auto is that the car handling's good but not great. Whereas this, I felt I could do all sorts of like. It's cool to be able to rip around a corner and like slam your e-brake and actually like drift around the corner and feel like you really have control of this car. And it's real arcadey physics, but it feels so good. And
the soundtrack's a lot of fun.
The soundtrack's super fun. And I love that it's not just about racing. Like the ones I love the very most are the ones where they're like, so you get all these different missions. If you haven't played it, there's racing missions and there's like crashing missions. There's missions where people will chase you and try and knock you off the road. But there's one where, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 of you just drive off and your entire mission is to crash as many of the other cars as you can in a set. Oh, it's so fun.
The takedowns.
Yeah, the takedown missions. I adore that.
And when you take them down just right, don't they replay the takedown?
They do, and they
angles?
crash into things. And just the wrecks in that. It's fun to be just like tooling along and like, oh, I can make that turn and miss that turn hard, and just watch your car accordion into like a cement barrier. I don't know how I missed that game the first time, but it is fun. God,
so
it's fun.
And that game is probably close to 10 years old. It was one of the original games for the PS3.
Maybe I would guess more like 4 or 5.
Yeah, the older
2008.
Yeah, I know it was pushing. It's been a while.
That's a good looking game for being 7, 8 years old.
Yep.
Like that's a really good looking game for being 7 or 8 years old.
I know this game were going to be good when I think I picked up one of the older Burnouts. I just had it on a demo disc.
Sure.
But how much I played the demo disc of one of the previous Burnout games is like an indicator like this is probably a cool game.
Yeah, it was so fun. If you didn't pick it up, I think you can still get it through the end of the month. So definitely do it because holy crap, that's fun. I really enjoyed that.
Knew you'd like it.
Yeah, it's just that could. I think the thing is sometimes I'm in the mood to play Grand Theft Auto when I want to go actually play the story of Grand Theft Auto 5 has a great story, but sometimes I just want to drive around and blow shit up.
Yeah,
and that really hits that button. Yeah, so I could get into that. I think we're going to talk about news now, and most of our news is Nintendo related today. I think, which is all right.
Yeah, Nintendo's doing some things,
some stuff.
Yeah, and whether they're good things or bad things, they're kind of like.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of smoke and mirrors. Like, are these things good or are these things bad?
I'll be honest. The first two are kind of.
And you're like, what?
So Nintendo released their sales figures for the NES Mini, which, as we know, Dylan has one of 196,000 of them.
Yeah.
Which 196,000 sounds like a lot, and that's for November. They don't know how many they sold in December, but I mean, you have to assume that it launched in November, and there haven't been any
sold out the entire time.
Yeah, so maybe doubled that. Maybe
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, double it. I'm gonna say close to 500,000.
So I guess the question is that is that a success?
Well, when you consider that it's outsold the Wii U, it's outsold the Wii U from its
What in November or just in pacing?
Just in pacing in the on sale time frame.
Yeah, but I mean, is that a success when the Wii U was kind of a failure?
Yeah, I think it is. For a machine that's relatively cheap to make and has games.
Presumably.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's cheap to make because you can make your own
for about
with Raspberry
30.
Pi for about. I mean, you can make your own if you buy everything you need for about $100.
Yeah, maybe
That's
a little less.
if you buy all your own stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, regardless, it's outsold the Wii U for something that's got 30-plus-year-old content.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's a success.
I really is it. I agree. I wonder if it's a success from. I guess I wonder how many more they could have sold if they hadn't launched so poorly. You know, if they'd taken pre-orders, if they had, their line right now is, oh, we just had no idea how many people wanted this. And
that's their line every time.
Exactly.
That's their line every time.
So is that a lie at this point, or?
I think I don't know if it's necessarily a lie so much as it is what we've come to expect.
Right. And I don't understand.
Yeah, they know.
And I just don't understand why you wouldn't have wanted to sell 1 million or 1.5 million. It's mind-boggling to me that, is it to create a false sense of demand to be able to sell out the ones you have?
Yes.
It is. And maybe more so after something like the Wii U, where that didn't happen.
Right. Well, but it did happen with the Wii.
Yeah.
When the Wii happened, when they did that and they sold out, and I legit think that I'm going to say a solid 80% of them were like, we don't know how this is going to do. Let's start with this. While the other 20% of their people were like, oh, this is going to sell like crazy.
Yeah.
But so that was where I think they knew it was going to happen. With the Wii U, I think they were expecting the same thing to happen.
And it didn't.
And that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
with this, they went conservative and
yeah.
I'm baffled that they wouldn't want a piece of the people selling them on eBay for $300 Pi.
True.
Yeah. If there was enough on the shelf.
Right. Yeah. I mean, could they, if they'd had the supply of them, could they have sold 500,000? Could they have sold 1 million? Could they have sold 1.5 million? And I mean, it wasn't like there wasn't a long lead up to this thing. It's been announced for months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mid-July, June. I don't know when it was actually released, but it's been a while.
I want to say that I remember reading about a small system like that from them really early this year, like maybe February or March.
So why not take pre-orders? Why not? If you claim you don't know what demand was going to be, why not judge that demand?
Pull that demand, yeah.
Because I mean, if they'd pre-ordered them, I'd own one, you'd own one.
Mm-hmm.
It's baffling to me that you do own one.
Already own one. Nobody likes you.
It'll be real interesting to see what they sell through December, and it'll be interesting to see if they continue to sell them next year. Is this a thing that was, hey, it's cool, it's the holiday, let's get it, or is it going to be a thing that people are still going to be buying in June or July, or is the smart move at this point either, hey, here's the next NES Mini, or probably even more appropriately, the SNES Mini that they're going to sell next holiday season.
I think they're going to do little, generational.
I would actually love that because I didn't have that. I did not have a Super Nintendo. So those are games that I actually don't have. I haven't played. I don't know those games other than that.
And I think the same thing. Like, I loved my NES, but I think the games I really, really, really remember are my SNES games.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I guess we'll know next year.
And I will buy one. I will camp out for one of those.
Yeah. And I'm still kind of on the fence about this. Like, when they are more available, will I get one or not?
I probably will, just because it's got so many great games in it.
Yeah.
$60
and the
is
format's
worth
great,
it.
and $60 it's not bad.
It really is a good investment, I think.
Yeah. If I don't bite the bullet and make one of my own.
Yeah, and I'm going to do that. And so, I don't know, we'll see. I'm really, really going back and forth. Might be fun to have one at the office, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan.
I could just leave it there.
You could.
I thought I'd play it more, but I just haven't got a lot of time to play.
Busy. Yeah.
Play that
And I think
yet,
that's the thing about that is I think it's a great pull it out for a party.
Yeah.
If you ever lame parties like I do. Maybe other people have better parties. Well, you guys want to play some Nintendo?
No, we definitely had a Guitar Hero party last weekend.
Yeah. So
wow.
could be fun.
That was challenging. Definitely can't keep up with that very well.
Oh yeah, you
anymore.
can't like drop in and drop out of that. You have to play that a lot, or you get real bad real fast.
I never played Guitar Hero.
It's real fun. It's really fun.
I mean, well, I can't say I never played it. I tried playing it. I was never good at it.
Oh yeah. See, and I
I
was
did
actually
Rock Band, and I would be the singer for Rock Band because I can hit all that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But no.
my brother and I spent a lot. Like it came out when my wife was pregnant with my kids, so we had a lot of just hanging around time. And
Yeah, because nobody's going to take care of the pregnant lady.
No. She can sit on the couch and watch
chill.
us play garage band, or Rock Band. Yeah, I don't think she liked it either. But we played a lot of that game. But I think you have to play
Was
a lot
your
of it to
kid
get
born
good.
with just this nasty disdain for anything garage band or rock band?
Strangely enough, no.
Okay.
He's actually kind of into it, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see about the NES. It's just at this point in the game, I think it's ridiculous that it's 5 days until Christmas and you still can't buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you wanted to camp out
it
at
is a
Best Buy
bummer.
yesterday, or no, camp out at Best Buy tomorrow. Actually.
Oh, you
So,
mean the day before that people
Yeah.
listen to this?
I don't know, the 20th,
Wednesday.
Wednesday Tuesday the 20th.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday.
Anyway, days fly by. It's almost Christmas,
Yeah, who even
and
knows?
it's mind-boggling to me that you just can't get one of these. It's dumb. And anyway,
But you know what you can get?
Super Mario Run.
Yes.
Adam's way more excited about it than I am.
really like it.
Do you?
I love it. Yes, I love it. What? Why?
Because I don't.
I'm sorry.
That's
I think
okay.
I'm the liaison between the two. I haven't made a full decision, but
So how much of it have you beaten?
Well, so Kevin's got it on his phone. I don't think he's going to pay for the full version, which is fine because that's him. That's his phone, even though it's my phone plan and I pay for it, but it's whatever.
buy the darn thing.
I know. I might just.
So, and I
pay
guess that's
for
the
it
thing is
anyway.
you've played the first 3 levels,
Yes.
then
I played the first 3 levels and I've gotten all the purple and pink coins.
You've pinked and purpled the 3 levels.
Pink, purple, and there's the third type of coin.
They're called black coins, but they totally look green.
Well, to me, they look like translucent. Like they look kind of like they blend into the background.
oh weird.
Yeah, it's weird. But I got all 3 type of coins in the first level and the second level. The third level, I've gotten the pink and purple, but I haven't gotten the black coins or whatever. But I really, really like it. Like,
Have you played any of the Toad Rally?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No.
And that was actually so the place where you're at right now is the same place I was at last week where I
Mm-hmm.
got it. I got the free version and I played through it. And the first 3 I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of fun. And then I paid the $10 and got the full thing. And now I've beaten all 24 of the levels. And it didn't take very long. I mean, maybe 2 hours. The levels are really short. They're really repetitive. The 4th level, like the boss on each one, there's 6 levels or six
Worlds.
6 worlds, I guess. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
The boss is the same for effectively all of them. You either play against Bowser, you play
You're
against
either
the
jumping over
guy.
them or you're jumping on them.
Yeah, and so once you've Bowser, if you get to him as a big Mario, you can beat him every time
Just
because
by
you can just
walking
run through
through
him
him.
and drop the like axe
you
on
drop-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other guy, you bounce on his head 3 times, and literally those are the end guys for every single level. So there's no variation there. The levels feel very samey. The like haunted mansion-y levels, I just don't even think are fun. They like spend the entire game teaching you the mechanics of this game, and
they
then on
break
those
them.
levels break those mechanics for everything. So you spend a lot of time.
You actually can run left.
Yeah, because you can run left,
After
and then
you jump off a wall after running right.
Yeah, and then you die because you don't expect it to happen. I don't have any interest in the Toad Rally stuff because you're literally just replaying all the same levels you've already beaten. I don't have any urge to go back and get any. I got all the purple coins on 1 level just by happenstance, and I have literally no urge to go back and play them because I didn't think the levels were compelling the first time I played them. They're real short. Like I guess what I expected was a layout like Mario where you'd play and then you'd hit a checkpoint and then you'd play and you'd have levels of a decent length. These levels are real short, like
4 or 5 screens.
yeah, probably longer than that, but not a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the timer is on those, but
I think they're usually 90. Is it
90 seconds as opposed to Mario, which was what 350, 330.
Something
I mean,
like that.
So to get and a lot of them are just like real frustrating. The mechanics I don't think are great. Dylan and I were talking like after playing for a half hour, 45 minutes, like your thumb starts to hurt because you're tapping on this, glass
Piece of
screen
glass.
that
Yes.
isn't. There's no
No give?
Yeah, there's no give at all. Like, I don't think it's great. And I mean, based on the reviews it's been getting, a lot of people don't think it's great, or a lot of people are pissed that it's $10.
Yeah, a lot of people are pissed that it's $10. Like a bunch of my friends posted on Facebook, they're like, "There's a $10 in-game. What? Blah blah blah. Why didn't I know about this?" Well, actually, if you would have read anything past the title, you'd have realized there's a $10 in-app purchase to unlock everything.
You know, the most frustrating part about the $10 in-app purchase for me, though, is like I'm fine. I don't want to devalue games and say that it's not worth $10. I think there are games that are worth $10. I don't think this game is worth $10, but that's neither here nor there. And mostly it's just me. I'm not interested in 2 of the 3 modes that they put forward, and frankly, I'm only kind of interested in the first one. I would have liked it a lot better if it had been a kind of standard Mario, 8 worlds, and those worlds were longer. Yeah, that might have been fun. But, that's neither here nor there. But because it's an in-app purchase, it makes it really, really, really hard to share if you have more than one device. So I have my phone and my kid, and I have an iPad. Well, I have 3 iPads.
It doesn't just...
No.
Oh.
So and that's what my assumption was, is I figured I'd buy it and then I could just open my iPad and it would be right there, right? No, you actually have to you have to have a Nintendo account, first of all. And if you don't have a Nintendo account, you have to create one. And then once you sign into the Nintendo account on both of them, it will sync that save. But like it doesn't tell you that. It doesn't make that obvious anyway. I had to go out and look to find out that you need to sign into that Nintendo account to do it. But then it locks you out to one device at a time. So my kid was playing it on my iPad and I couldn't play it at the same time because he was playing it. I'm like, really?
That's nasty tricks, because they totally did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They want more devices to buy it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't think about the in-app purchase versus just
instead of just buying it.
Right?
So if it had just been a light version and a purchasable version, then I can share that to everyone on my account. So right. I mean, for me, that's 3 iPads, 2 iPhones, and an iPod Touch. So I mean, and I can still do that, but it's a lot. It's a lot more work. And frankly, I'm really, 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 really sick of games that expect me to log in
to something else.
To something else. Like I already have a iTunes game account. I don't remember what those are called, but most games use that iTunes game account for their, keep track of their achievements, keep track of their whatever. Why do I need to sign into Nintendo? I already have an Xbox account. Why do I have to sign into an EA account for every stupid EA game I want to play? Like,
yeah, that's obnoxious.
And I get that it's because they want to collect my data and they want to know who I am and when my birthday is, when my email address is, so they can market it to me. And that's okay if I wasn't paying $10 for a Nintendo game or $60 for an EA game. Like, do you really? And it's not like I can just say, no, I don't want to give that to you. They make you do it in the case of an EA game for me to play, and that's dumb.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Mario Run, they've made about $5 million, which sounds like a lot, but I
mean, it's
money.
But still, it's $5 million.
Yeah.
So I mean,
it didn't
hurt.
No, it did not hurt.
Them.
Well, except that their stock price is down 15% today. So I don't know if it helped them.
It'll be interesting.
I think what'll be interesting to see is how that plays out. Again, it's really how is that going to be?
And are they going to offer updates? Are they going to offer new levels? Is it going to be something that's pushed out every couple of months?
Yep.
New content.
Is this going to be? I mean, Pokemon Go saw a big jump and then a tail off, but it's still seeing a lot of active players.
Yeah, it's still active.
The average person that played this game is playing it for 16 minutes.
16 minutes every time they open the app?
No, total.
Or 16 minutes total?
Total. Yeah. I mean, the reality is if you beat it, unless you're really a completionist and you want to get every single coin and you want to build a castle full of toads. Also, every time Toad talks, it makes me want to throw my phone. He just makes
every time Toad has talked for the last 20 years, I
hate
throw
it.
something.
I don't even know what the noise it is he makes, but it's just kind of like, nah. Like, why? It's so obnoxious.
Your Toad impression is great.
It's spot on, right? But I don't know. I'm not sold.
Yeah, I think the kingdom building and that stuff is unnecessary. But if they would have just given us more levels, some of them are designed very well.
Oh yeah.
Some of them
I think a lot of them are designed really well for 80% of it.
Yeah. What was my thought?
There were a lot of levels for me that I would play that I'm like, oh, fun. And then I'd hit a part where I was just dying over and over and over and over again. I'm like, I just need to get past this one part. I need to stop being tricky. I need to stop getting coins. And I'd literally make that jump and realize, oh, I'm at the end. And there was quite a few times where I was within, I don't know, 15 Mario feet of being done with being done with that level, and realize like, oh man, if I just
done this and if you are somebody that is a completionist and don't mind replaying the levels to take the different coin paths, I think that this game is totally worth $10 for those people, because there are some pretty satisfying runs through those levels. However, I feel I would have liked this to be more like a speed running game. Where you're like, when you hit those little stopping points, that's like, okay, stop and look ahead. It's like, I didn't really like those because it stops Super Mario from running. And like, it's a Super Mario run. I want him, he should be moving in the same direction all the time. And then you should be jumping. That creates a nice rhythm, and you speed run through these courses. And if they're only 90 seconds, great. But like, give me more of those.
Right.
Well, and I think the thing too about the speedrunning part of it is they let you, do your little hop over bad guys without dying until you can't.
Yeah, you can hop over this bad guy, but then you can't hop over this one. But sometimes those same bad guys that you can just hop over will kill you still. Yeah. Because you jump up into them.
Yeah, the game just seemed real arbitrary. The little bubble thing, I don't know the number of times I got stuck in a bubble and accidentally hit it and then immediately fell to my death again.
The
game it doesn't feel polished like I expect a $10 Super Mario game to be. And I would have way rather had the Toad Run and the kingdom building part completely taken out of it and then focused on making 24 super solid Mario Run levels, not spending a bunch of time doing other weird stuff.
That game totally could have existed, and I'd be very happy playing it. Because right now I'm like, okay, I paid $10 with it. This is probably more content than most mobile games that I've downloaded that I've personally played.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, some of those levels are a little frustrating, and
although I would maintain, like, think about the amount of playability you got out of Angry Birds for $1. Like, and I really liked 3-starring Angry Bird levels. Like, I would play those over and over and over again to get 3 stars on those, and I can't imagine going back and doing this. And so, like I said, I don't want to say don't price games at $10. A lot of people are saying that people don't want to pay $10 for this mobile game. That's dumb. Like, if it's good, it's worth $10. I just don't think this one is good. But at the same time,
you're paying for the name, and you're paying for the fact that
the
now
soundtrack,
and that you can now take Mario basically anywhere you go without a DS.
As long as you have an internet connection.
Well, that too.
And that's frustrating.
Technically, he's still on your phone.
That is true. He gets to come with you, just can't play him.
Yeah, he just can't.
That's been frustrating to me, though. I've actually had a couple of times in the office, I couldn't get a good enough internet connection to connect to it, and once in my house, for whatever reason, I'm on my own Wi-Fi, and it's giving me you can't connect to the servers to authenticate.
I think that's maybe more of a something in your house deal.
Except I've got really good Wi-Fi. I mean, I really do. I really do. Yeah. I mean, I was sitting at my kitchen table. I could see my router from there. So I don't know. But we'll see. Pay $10 for it just because we want to encourage Nintendo to build other, hopefully better things. Yeah. I want to have Zelda on my phone.
Right.
Zelda Run?
No.
Oh God.
No. Most definitely no.
How about like Goro Run or something?
That could be all right. Yeah. Metroid.
Oh, that would actually be kind of cool.
I don't know how you'd make it work, because I don't want to play a game with a fake controller either. But
yeah. True.
Anyway, we're gonna.
So now that we've finished our Mario Hate Fest,
right? But it wasn't bad. I've played significantly worse games. It kept me entertained for 2 hours. I just don't know if I don't know if it's worth $5 an hour.
Yeah.
It is underwhelming, I think, generally, but that's not to say there aren't high points. And
I've seen worse movies that I've paid $13 for.
Yeah.
So
true.
I think there's hope for that in the future, whether they do it with this and then update it, or they do another one and maybe look on their mistakes and fix it.
Yep.
True. Then I'd be pumped to play another one.
I agree. Yeah. Keeping with our Nintendo theme, we're actually going to go to our very first listener question. Full disclosure, this listener was my brother, but it is a legitimate question.
Right. I actually like the question.
Yeah. And so he asked, my brother, Colby Johnson, says, is the Nintendo Switch going to be a touch-based system? And if it is, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Do you prefer systems that have a touchscreen to versus ones that don't? To answer the first question is nobody really knows, but the rumors are that yes, it's a touchscreen and that it's multi-touch enabled. So in theory, you could actually do gestures and, poke it in multiple places at once.
Well, I think the line, is it a touch-based system, kind of lends to the thought that there's no other way of inputting any type of control other than touch.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be strictly touch.
No.
I think it's going to have the touch
enabled
option. Yeah.
And are you a fan of that?
I honestly, when I first saw the original Nintendo DS come out, I'm like, why would anybody want to poke a screen with a stick to play a game? And then I actually played one and it made complete sense. And now I couldn't imagine having that type of game system without some type of touch-based input.
Yeah.
And because the way phones are now, like everything has this touch-based component to it.
Yeah.
I think it adds an extra dimension to controlling it, and you can do more with it. I think it's just an extra way of content, of bringing content, interacting with the content, being more immersive. However you want to look at it, I think it's just an extra avenue for the developers to go down, and I think it can completely add to a game, to an experience.
Yes, I agree with that mostly. I think there are some games that have used the touchscreen very well.
Oh, yeah.
And in that case, yes, I do enjoy that. Even simply just playing Pokemon with... any like JRPG turn-based game where you're choosing things, it's so fast to be able to just poke the screen.
Instead of having to push up and down or move around a little stick.
As hard it is to go down and then right to pick the lower right corner, like just touching it is pretty easy. So stuff like that's pretty simple. And then there's other games that have like the Wonderful 101 or something where you're actually like drawing your attacks on the screen and making shapes that do different ability and stuff. That's pretty cool.
That game Okami with the wolf or whatever, that would have been great had it been released for the Wii U or something, because a big portion of that game is drawing these shapes and stuff on the screen, which when it came out for the Wii U, I was really excited because you could actually use your Wiimote to make the shape on the screen. It was amazing. So I think that would have been a really great game to use for touch-based or touchscreen type stuff.
Yeah, and I think my answer is also yes, but twofold for me. Like on one hand, if I never ever have to use a over A to enter my email address into something ever again, that's worth it. If I never have to enter like a 16-digit code to redeem something via an on-screen keyboard, that alone is worth it for touch. And generally speaking, I'm in favor of it. I hate touch-based games on my phone. Where you've got like an on-screen controller and stuff, but that's obviously not going to be a problem. I think as long as it works well, like the Wii U, for instance, I loved gesture-based stuff. I loved how it interacted when it worked. And so as long as it's like a high enough resolution screen to actually recognize that, I think that you're right. There's some cool things you could do. When you actually were talking about those, I was thinking in Final Fantasy 6 in the US, one of your characters actually could do like Street Fighter like moves to do a power up, and like that'd be such a cool thing in a like a JRPG style thing where you'd actually drew things on the screen to here's my magic charm that I draw, and he does super combos. I think there's a lot of cool things you can use a touchscreen for, as long as developers don't do stupid things with them or use them wrong. And I mean double-edged sword, yes, but I think better than not having it.
Yeah, it can definitely break a game.
And multi-touch could be real cool too. Like if you could do gestures on it, or you're so used to multi-touching your screen to be able to pinch and zoom and squish out and zoom or double tap and.
Right, and since the rumor is multi-touch, I'm assuming that the screen's going to be a capacitive screen.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, that's where the touch-based stuff kind of comes into play for me, whether it's a win or lose.
Yep, I agree.
I don't like the resistive touch.
So
where
they
you
just
have
don't
to
work
actually
very
make
well.
an actual press down.
Yep.
I think it's cool that that option is there for certain things, but like that's the one thing I don't like about the Wii U is that it's a resistive touchscreen. You actually have to make a press down instead of just tapping on something. It's a really good one.
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm just super
Personally.
stoked about it. I'm so excited to see it. I actually put it on my calendar. Is that the reveal?
January 9th.
I think it's the 12th. I want to say.
Something like
I don't
that.
know. It's right in there, but it's 8:00 at night our time. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so we'll be at home. It'll be perfect. I'm
God,
very
where
excited.
are they doing that? Where are they going to be?
I
based?
assume that it's in Japan,
Okay.
which would be a significant
Like
number of
9 a.m.
hours
the next
before.
day.
Yeah, I'm not sure how those time zones work,
like
but
that, I think.
I know it's at 8:00 at night our time, so that'll
Cool.
be exciting to see.
That's all that matters. We matter.
Yeah.
No one else matters.
I'm excited about that. But oddly enough, though, I've actually when I've seen it, most of the time it's been 8 p.m. Pacific time. So I don't know if that's actually happening. Maybe they're doing a reveal somewhere Pacific time, or if
maybe,
it just
yeah.
happens that most of the places I read happen to be West Coast based. So
Cool.
anyway,
Cheap free games. I
Cheap?
like free.
I do too. And
Are these all like
Free.
Are all these games like Xbox or is this
yeah, so this is
cross-
we're mostly going to be talking Xbox backwards compatibility, and actually only one of these is free.
Okay.
But I just want to talk a little bit about backwards compatibility because they've released a lot of stats about it recently, and it's interesting to me. I think we talked about it the other day, like do backwards compatibility. Everyone talks about it, but does anyone actually play backwards compatible games?
I would imagine.
I
They're
would
not
too.
making them for nobody.
Oh, yeah, and that's my assumption too. But I mean, I've played a couple, but not a ton.
Yeah, I haven't played any yet.
I've played a handful. I played Burnout Paradise, and I've played a couple. But the new stats from Xbox, and this is from Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, is that 50% of people that have an Xbox are playing backwards compatible games on their Xbox One. So I mean,
That's a big number.
it's a big number, and they just hit 300 backwards compatible games. So I mean, I don't know what the Xbox library was, and it's 300. Some of these are retail releases, some of these are indie releases. So I mean, I don't know what their total was for the Xbox, but 300's got to be that's 25%. I don't know, but it's a pretty
That's a good number.
big number. And recently we've seen some really big releases. The entire BioShock trilogy, 1, 2, and Infinite just hit backwards compatibility, which is cool because those were just HD remastered too. And so it was nice to see that they're still willing to cater to a community that they're not just saying, well, if you want it, go buy our HD remaster.
Right.
You can, if you own it, go play it. That's great. And I really want to play Infinite.
All of those games. So
Yeah, and I do too. And I've really wanted to play Infinite, so that's going to be great. Bully Scholarship Edition was just, and I never played that, but I hear that's
it's
super
so
fun.
good.
Is it? I heard it was a good one.
Those are real good.
Yeah, they actually just got re-released on iOS, I want to say too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
just came out
Android.
for-
and Android. So, that's cool. Catherine, which again I didn't play, but I hear is a great
I was always real
story-based
intrigued and
Japanese game.
I played the demo for it and it was real cool, but I never got. So I'm definitely gonna.
Yeah, same.
I think that's the game I'm on here that I'm like, hey, maybe I'll try this.
Yeah.
'cause I would like to try that game out. So.
Blue Dragon. Another one that I never played, but always wanted to. It was one of the first big JRPGs on the original Xbox. It looked super fun.
These games are because I didn't have an Xbox.
It's okay. It's all good. That one's fun. And but then Lost Odyssey came out too, and that one is supposed to be amazing. Another kind of JRPG game, but that one's actually free too. They made it free through the end of the year, so you can literally just go and pick it up and give backwards compatibility a shot. So
Nice.
try it out. The way these work is that if you own the physical disc, if you own it digital, they're already in your library. You just have to go to the ready to install section, and it'll give you the big list. I mean, I have 115 games in my ready to install section because I had
a lot of games.
I have so many games. But you're getting all of the 360 ones each month in Game with Gold too. So I mean, there's a lot of games there. They're already there. But if you have the physical disc, you literally just have to put the disc in. It'll say, "Yep, you've got it," and add it to your library too. And then I don't believe you need the disc going forward. So
nice.
it's really
You
easy.
Just install it.
Yeah, it just installs it and you're good to go. So they're super easy.
Can you
And
share discs?
I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. I've only done it for a couple of mine, and it's
But
easy.
it did work that way.
Yeah,
though?
it did work. So
I have to bust out my 360 library.
Yeah,
and
try
load
it.
up some of those games.
See what's there. So there's the other one that actually came out was Rascals, which if you hadn't played is a really fun indie game that I really enjoyed. So give that a go. But I think that's us for this week.
Oh, you know what? By the way, the Ubisoft Club, the UB30.
Yes.
I didn't realize this, but I've got a ton of free games.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just got Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Blood Dragon, Beyond Good and Evil, The Crew, Rayman Origins, Splinter Cell, and Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
And unfortunately, that ended yesterday.
Yeah, oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Was it done yesterday?
Yep.
Well, everybody. I just got a bunch of free games that I didn't know about.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
They're all there. It's good stuff. Yeah, Blood Dragon. Play Blood Dragon. Blood
Really?
Dragon's real fun.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like playing an 80s action movie starring bad 80s action people. It's real
I'm
fun.
into it.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool. That'll be fun.
Probably the biggest thing we have to talk about this as we kind of close is that we're actually available on places besides our website now.
I know. Exciting.
It's super exciting.
Everything
find
it
us
all happened within like
basically
24 hours.
everywhere.
Yeah, so you can find us on iTunes now. You can find us on Google Play. You can find us on Stitcher.
Yes.
And we'll still be everywhere else on the Facebooks and Twitters and those kind of places. I would just recommend going to our website, and we'll have links out to all those places.
And we're also on Podcast One.
Not yet.
Not
real,
yet?
real close.
Oh.
We have a site
Our
on
page-
Podcast One, but
technically
there is
we are.
no MP3s there
We're
yet.
on
Oh,
there,
really?
but
Yeah.
you can't listen to it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so but
we're
I
not there.
But we'll be soon. I would.
will be.
It would not shock me at all if we are by the time this airs.
Okay.
So, yeah, you can listen to us and subscribe to us anywhere you want. So if you're liking what you're hearing, go and grab us on one of those places. You can listen to us every Thursday.
Sweet.
It's good stuff.
Bite me.
Send us money. I'm kidding.
And have a happy holidays.
I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the time we come back, it'll be after Christmas.
There will be.
We could talk about all the games we got for Christmas.
Exactly.
I'm not getting any.
You're a liar.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Oh, that's so sad.
Kevin and I helped Kevin build his computer, his new gaming rig. So I'm like, I'm not buying you anything for Christmas, by the way. He's like, I bought you a PS4 Pro. We're good. So yeah, we're not exchanging.
Dylan and I
anything.
can talk about all the games we got for Christmas.
Yeah. I think you're going to be the one that makes off with a lot of
Maybe.
games
I don't know.
Christmas.
I'm not sure. We'll see. I have so
Maybe
many
I'll
already.
get-
Do I need more? I need more.
You have a problem.
I have a problem.
I'll be going to my father's house for
On this-
Christmas Day. So maybe I'll have a drunken Steam binge like
See,
I did
it could
on
happen.
Thanksgiving.
It could happen.
So there you go. That'll be my.
The Steam Winter Sale starts very soon.
So next week on the Bite Me podcast, the special intervention episode.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
have a problem.
I do have a problem, and it's purchasing video games.
Oh,
The
wait.
drinking thing is not a problem. I handle it very well.
And breaking news, and this is not actually all that breaking, but it happened 3 hours ago. The Steam Winter Sale is confirmed for December 22nd.
Oh man!
Poor
That
Adam's
is the
wallet.
first day of winter, right?
The
Yeah,
21st
it
is
is.
the first day of winter, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how that
Solstice.
works. Yeah.
Great. So
Well, good luck, Adam.
thanks.
Don't drink.
Okay. Good luck with that. All right. Peace.